Happy New Year!
Happy New Year to everybody too. Note mine a golden because this year is going to be golden, right, Julia?
Mine are silver. I'm not that hopeful, I guess.
Yeah, well, you outdid me this time on the whole get up because I
Yes,
did.
I got the glasses. I got the
You got it.
little
Yep.
antlers. I had the tiara yesterday and the hat and everything. So thanks to my
Yep.
husband who picked all that up. Anyways, I'll take it off because I can't read or see very well with those. Anyways, it's an exciting little show. It's pop-up show. We just spurred of the moment kind of thing, and decided to come and reveal our top citizens of the year.
For 2020 because we do this every single year. The cover of the January Seeker is always our top citizens of 2020. So
Yep, and we have
hopefully you'll.
a few little surprises
Yeah.
today. Usually we have top 10 citizens. This year, we couldn't contain everybody into a top 10 kind of thing, so we did a little different. And we have, for the first time ever, a dishonorable mention
Yeah.
to a person.
Yes, we do.
Anyways, so we'll be starting, and I'll be bringing the pictures up on the screen. And the first four are probably no surprise to anybody, but the first person on our list this year is
Da da da. Dr.
Dr.
Paul.
Paul. So Dr. Paul has been working overtime, and he's been doing a very good job at keeping everybody informed about what's going in the area, and overseeing everything that's um, happening, from testing to vaccination and everything. So I think he is well deserving of the title of top 10. I think he was named by the Standard Freeholder too as
So I think,
the top person of the year, or the
well, I tell
newsmaker
you,
of the year.
he didn't have an easy job, that's for sure, especially when question period came along at the press conferences there. Oh my God. Sometimes, some days I kind of looked at the poor man and felt so sorry for him. He had the hardest job
For
trying to
sure.
keep everybody informed and keep us all safe. And
Yeah, it's nothing short of miraculous, I would want to say. Um, yeah. So, anyways, all along while we're talking and giving our top 10s, you can comment in the comment box. You can also pop in live on video if you feel like it. I'm going to post the link on the
Mhm.
comment page. You can pop in and come and tell us what you think of our selection. Okay, so that is number one. Number two, can you take a wild guess, people? Our number two on the list is ta-da-ta-da!
Ta-da! Our very own Mayor, Bernadette Clermont. Another person that has not had the easiest job for this year.
Absolutely, and she was kind of thrown into this whole COVID situation with the cruise passengers that came to quarantine
Yeah.
at NavCan. So Cornwall had a taste of COVID before anybody else did, really. And she handled all this and the situation with the Nav Center. And what I liked about the mayor is that she really went the extra mile to reassure the citizens. And she's such a compassionate person to begin with. Like, it's
Mhm.
making you feel safe.
Yeah.
It's like mommy is telling you that everything's going to be okay, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And she held weekly briefings at some point where she would get on Facebook Live and talk to the citizens just to ease our concerns.
Yeah, she's a very, very approachable lady, that's for sure. You know, if you see her in the street, you can definitely go up to her and talk to her. She's very, very approachable.
Absolutely. All right. Next in line. Any comments? Any reactions? I don't see anybody talking right now, but
That's because they're
okay.
all getting over their celebrating from last
Yeah.
night.
So yeah, not too much celebrating, people. We still we still gotta hunker down.
No, no, you can celebrate at home within your own household. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yep. There was a lot of people out yesterday when I went out. There was like the stores were packed. So, okay, next
Well, I'll
on.
tell you, there was going to be lots of celebrating going on, hopefully within the households, because I think when I drove by the liquor store,
Yeah.
the lineup was from the liquor store to Food Basics. There had to
Oh
be
my
about 30
goodness.
people waiting. Yeah.
Kelly says Dr. Paul is very deserving. Thank you. Yes.
Definitely.
We think so too. Um, yeah, so the stores were full, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Well,
well,
they're going to be closed for a day, so everybody's out.
what's
And
cool though is that I saw a lot of people on my Facebook feed that were posting pictures of them alone, like couples or even
yeah,
persons by themselves, all dressed up and dressed up like they were going at
yeah,
a big party. But so it's nice to see that people still celebrated and got all dressed up and dolled up and had nowhere to go but their living rooms, but they still were looking the part. So that was kind of neat.
yeah. People pivoted. That's for sure.
Hi, cold platter catering. Okay, the next in line is another politician. We're gonna have a few of those today because they held the area together.
Yes.
So Eric, I
Eric
think,
Duncan.
wasn't Eric on our list last year too?
He was actually. He was.
Yes. So usually we don't do that. We don't put the same person twice on the top 10, but this year it was very different. So we made an exception,
Mm-hmm.
and Eric has been very vocal. Um, you know, he's been very vocal for our area during the pandemic. He's been working to advocate for all the people in his riding, and so we want to thank him, and he's deserving of being on the cover.
And I mean, he's involved in so many organizations and groups. And again, very, very approachable guy.
He is, and he's such a great volunteer. He's raised like millions of dollars for charity. So even in any given year, he could
Yeah.
make the top 10, and this year he did because they all work together. All the different levels of government
Yes.
work together to make sure that this area was not left in the dust.
Definitely. And you can notice that even behind his mask, he's still
He's
smiling.
smiling.
Yeah.
All right. So the next person, no big surprise. Who do you think it's gonna be?
Da-da-da. Jim McDonnell. MPP Jim McDonnell.
Yes, he whoops. Hold on, let me glitch. Yeah, so another one who advocated for Eastern Ontario and worked very well with all the levels of government from the get go, from the NAV Center issue. I remember the three of them had held some briefings, some public briefings
Yeah.
together, some public live feeds together,
Yeah.
where people could ask questions and get answers on what was going on. So
Again, trying to make people feel comfortable and feel safe.
absolutely. And it's been really hard for everybody this year. Politicians are no exception. There's been a lot of mishaps.
Mhm.
As we saw just a day ago, the finance minister had to resign because of taking a vacation in the South while all of us are on lockdown.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's been a uncharted territory for everyone, including politicians.
Yeah.
Some have performed better than others, but so I wouldn't want to be in their shoes. Would you?
Yeah, well, like I say, we have to remember that this has never happened before. So, it's a learning curve for everybody. Nobody knows exactly what to do at this point. So, step by step, day by day.
Exactly. It's not an easy job to be a public servant nowadays because you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. So, all right, next in line, drum roll, please. Blah, 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 blah.
Greg, I can never say his name.
Pietersma?
Pietersma? I don't know why.
Pietersma? I would pronounce it Pietersma. Does anybody know how to pronounce Greg's name? I think it's Pietersma, but
at
I'm
least
not
I
sure.
hope. Let's see if Greg comes on because he can tell us. Anyway, he's the executive director of the Cornwall Chamber of Commerce. And wow, he's made a lot of great changes, a lot of great ideas.
Yes, and it's nothing short of magnificent in a year like this year with the pandemic, where
Yeah.
everything was canceled, including the chamber pub nights that we used to attend.
Yeah.
Um, it's yeah, kudos. He's done a fabulous job with the chamber, introduced new ideas, launched the Shop Local website.
Yes.
They've done videos as well. The videos are featuring like the gems in our downtown area, so hoping to see a lot more of that in 2021.
Yeah, and unfortunately, not sure what's going to happen with the Chamber Awards either in February because,
Yeah, you were at the Chamber Awards last year.
oh, yes, what a wonderful event.
It was, but
Another
remember,
event.
I didn't go because I was already paranoid about the whole pandemic situation. There's no other words to say it. Paranoid is.
Yeah. Well, we had our tickets. I opted to go. Sheldon and I went. We got dressed up. It was wonderful, but unfortunately, I doubt very much if it's going to be able to happen this year. So maybe
Yeah,
they'll do something virtual.
that's one of the things that I've been. I've posted this morning. I posted my editorial for the new year, and
Mhm.
I've posted a top 10 things that I'm happy are going to come back in 2021, hopefully. And those big events are one of the things that I miss. You can go and read my editorial on theseeker.ca.
Mhm.
All right. So next in line is um I'm not sure if he was here last year. I think he was there the year before, but this year he's done amazing.
Yeah, well, that goes without saying. Terry Muir, like Terry is everywhere. I don't know. He's involved in everything and he's everywhere.
And he's made sure that things were still happening even though they were canceled. So what I mean by that is that even though big events were canceled this year, Terry made sure that we had Ribfest.
Mm-hmm.
He also made sure that we had
Halloween event.
a Halloween event, a drive-through, the Santa
Very
parade.
yes.
So he's worked his butt off for this community more than ever this year. So well
And then,
deserving.
of course, he was heavily involved, I believe, at the Civic Complex with the Christmas baskets and the toy drive.
The Christmas baskets, the toy drive, as well as the United Way food hampers that went out. So he's always lending a hand. He's always giving volunteers because he's the chair of the Optimist Club of Cornwall. He's making sure that there's volunteers to enough volunteers for everything to happen, right? So.
Yeah, and
There's other organizations in town, like I don't want to take away from anybody else, like the United Way has done fabulous, and you know, a lot of people have done great this year. But Terry, seeing this man going well above and beyond this year was like heartwarming.
Yeah, Terry certainly doesn't take the word no very well.
No, he doesn't.
He will not accept that. He'll find a way around it.
Yep, absolutely.
It's wonderful.
So the next person in line was telling me that they thought it was a conflict of interest for me to even suggest that they would be there. But that being said, I believe that even if he is my husband, John, he's done fabulous stuff this year for this community, and he well deserves to be there. John is the guy who launched the Go Feed Me initiative. John came up with an idea to me, and he said we should be doing this. We should be helping the people that can't shop. We should make sure that they get the groceries and that they don't have to go out if they are quarantining. And so the Go Feed Me initiative was launched, and we made a website, and John was behind all of it. He also made sure that he partnered
he did
with
most of the shopping too. Like he went out and he
he partnered with
shopping.
he partnered with local organizations such as the Optimist Club again and the United Way also. But more often than not, if you went to the Go Feed Me, two people were behind doing all the deliveries, and it was mainly John and Ralph Brunton, which I want to give him a little honorable mention as well, because those two guys, they went in every day, did several orders a day, and they got your groceries to you. So kudos to John. Thank you for serving.
And to Ralph, and like I say, like you were saying, they kept people safe.
Yeah.
People who shouldn't have been out
Well,
didn't have to go out. So
we had all sorts of people calling. Like, there were people that were stuck at home with kids with disabilities that could not go out because they can't take those kids, and well, they couldn't leave their kids with anybody because we were in lockdown, right? So and then they couldn't take the kids because, you know, it's we were told not to go shopping with anybody, just one person for family.
Yeah.
And so it was a hard situation, and they made, like, he made it a lot better.
yeah, exactly.
Next in line is
Maureen Adams. So Maureen is the Chief Administrative Officer of the City of Cornwall, and she led the Cornwall's Emergency Pandemic Response Team. So the
Yes,
city did an awesome job too. Like, they kept everybody informed and everybody safe.
and it couldn't have been easy to just coordinate everything
No.
when the offices are closed, and, you know, the all the services are kind of on hold, or the essential service are going but not some others, anyways. So yeah, another person I wouldn't have want to be in their shoes this year.
Exactly. But she did a great job, and kudos again to her and the City of Cornwall.
Uh-huh.
And they're still doing a good job right now.
Yeah, on lockdown 2.0.
Yep.
All right, next in line is
Lisa Dupro. So Lisa is the new executive director of the Agape. And again, you know, a lot of the time the Agape had to be closed. People couldn't go in, but she made sure that nobody went hungry. People were fed great healthy meals. They could go pick them up. And I mean, kudos to her too for trying to organize all that at a time when the soup kitchen was closed and the store was closed half the time, but they still pivoted and they still got people fed.
that's good, and with dignity, right? Because
Exactly.
yeah, because
Yeah.
one big thing is you know, people tend to look down on poor people, and it shouldn't. You know, really, it's nobody's fault that you are where you're at, and nobody's fault that, you know, this thing hit, and probably more people were in needs of their services than ever. So
Yes, definitely.
thank you for keeping it going.
And I know with the Agape, I don't know if they had a little Christmas drive-through too, where kids could go and pick up well, you had to drive through, and then you got a gingerbread house and a, you know, stocking full of gifts and different things too. And again, all kinds of donations from different places in Cornwall, and all coordinated by the Agape Center. So that was wonderful.
Good.
It was really nice.
All right, the next person in line is
Persons.
this is why we could not simply not put 10 citizens of the year this year, because all of you,
Yeah,
like,
all the frontline workers.
from the bottom of our hearts, thank you, thank you, thank you
You, yeah.
for getting us through this year. You have done so much, like, from, and I'm not talking about just nurses or doctors. I
We're
am
talking
talking
about cashiers at the, you know, the stores. Like, I mean, it was not an easy job for them to be out there. I mean,
yes,
it's a scary job because they don't know what they're facing at the
it
stores or who they're dealing with and
absolutely,
what
like,
they're dealing with.
anybody from, like, the cashiers, the supply chain management people,
Yeah.
the doctors, the nurses, the police officers, the EMS, the anybody who was frontline that kept this country going. Not even only in our community, but everywhere.
But everywhere, yeah.
Thank you. And all I can say is I wish we could do more to protect you. I can't even imagine going to work every day in, day out, knowing that this thing is there. And
Well, especially
yeah.
as a nurse or a doctor, like you're dealing with it right there. Like,
Can you imagine?
in front
Can you
of you.
imagine being a COVID? I'm gonna remove this
Oh,
from the screen for a second. But can you imagine being a nurse who works in a COVID ward right now?
I can't. I can't.
I'm
I
in
mean,
awe.
Julia, we have a hard time going into store shopping. Imagine if you had to go to work at a hospital
I
day
know.
in, day out, and they're so tired, and you
Yep.
know, it's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm in awe of all of you.
Yeah.
Again, like thank you is a weak word to say what we feel, and you're well deserving to be the top millions
Yeah.
on our list. Maybe not millions in Cornwall, but you know.
Yeah, definitely.
All
And
right.
then this year we do have, we're at that point for the
Yes,
last
we are.
one, right?
We are. We are.
We added a new category and we have dishonorable mention, and that goes to
Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. This person has done so much crap this
damage.
year. Like really.
Yeah,
COVID-19.
yes, ridiculously a lot of damage.
COVID-19, we're on to you.
Yeah, shame on you for what you've done.
And 2021 is not going to be good to you one bit. Be
I
afraid. Be very, very afraid.
I mean, he's done some. I mean, it's bad that what he's done, but again, it's brought a lot of positive stuff out too.
It's yeah, it's been an interesting year for everybody. Lots of good things have come out of it, and
No, people have
hoping
worked
for
together more, and we've actually kind of stopped our own lives to kind of see what's important
yep.
to us and what's
Yeah, I keep seeing this meme that says this year was not about what I wanted for Christmas, but about being thankful for what I already
what I
have.
have. Yeah, and it's
And
true.
so yeah, so I'm starting the year with a thankful heart as well.
Mhm.
Like I said, I made my list of 10 things that I'll be happy to see back in 2021, and go and check it out.
But I mean, again, it made us be thankful for what we had, and we didn't really. We kind of just took advantage of everything that we had in the way
Took it for granted.
that
Exactly.
took everything for granted because we had everything, and then all of a sudden things change, and then you realize how important
Yep.
certain things are versus other things. So
Tomorrow is not a guaranteed thing, so you gotta really be thankful for what you got today and
yeah,
make the best of today.
exactly.
All right, so that's it for us today. Hope you enjoyed our little broadcast, and we'll see you on
So
Monday.
I get to show the full cover.
Oh yes.
There we go. So in the next little while, the January Seeker will be in back from the printers again. Now there's a bit of a delay because of the holidays and whatnot. And right now, it's a little harder for us to distribute it as well because of a lot of places doing only curbside, being closed. So you're guaranteed to be able to pick it up in the red distribution box beside the Seeker office at 327 2nd Street East.
Mhm.
That's going to be packed full. And we do have them at Sharon's. I'm not 100% sure if she's going to be completely open, but she will have some as well.
Perfect. So that's it for now. See you Monday, people. Have a happy new year.
And a super duper day. Bye.
Bye.